Fight fans, here we go. SparStar Promotions is proud to present the rerounds of mixed martial arts in the lightweight division. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Mike Bell. And now, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing black trunks trimmed in red. He is training out of Tracy Hess Subfighter in Lakewood by way of France. He weighed 155 pounds. His record, no wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Maxime Amiset. His opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Axie Academy and Pugilist Gym by way of Simi Valley. He weighed 152 pounds. His record, no wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Christian Viking Franco. All right, fans, here we go. The rerounds of mixed martial arts in the lightweight division.
So if he's fighting out of Pugilist Gym, that would also give a shout out to our good friend Thor Skanky. So always helps to get all the information that we can, John.
Yep, and here we go. Getting it started, Max. Oof.
Oof. Nice from Christian there.
Max on the bottom. It looks like Christian's looking for, oh, I thought he was looking for like a 10-finger guillotine or something right off the bat. Throwing some big body punches, but running the pipe is Max.
Beautiful. Beautiful on top there, John.
Great reversal. Max now looking to walk that guard up high. Potentially looking to cut an angle and look for an armbar. Yep, there he goes.
He's very nimble. I mean, he looks like he could be able to get that triangle.
Oh, he's got the top lock too. So this is 1 step away from an armbar.
Viable. And I mean, notice how Christian started guarding that arm a little bit more, pulling it back.
Yeah, once the leg gets over that shoulder, a lot of danger there. There's top lock. There's also the dead orchard. A lot of bad things that can happen, and it keeps you pretty safe on bottom too. So
you just get the sense that
and here going off to the clamp. Yeah, he's doing it. He needs to hip out towards that overhook side a little more. But Christian doing a great job of squaring Max up, keeping him flat on his back, not giving him that angle, which is exactly what you should be doing.
You just get the sense you don't want to play in this dude's guard.
Yeah, this is a pretty offensive guard. You don't see a ton of that anymore for MMA because it's usually just so bad to be on bottom.
Yeah.
But, man.
That's a good start there right there, John. Look at that.
Max looking pretty good.
I don't have the other angle on how exactly the arm is compromised, but the legs are in very good position there. You get the sense that he knows how to disrupt that base. He knows how to keep you at bay. So, yeah, some of those punches are well-founded, but you have to be very careful about how far that extends from your body and how you're not able to go in and control it the entire time.
Yeah, and some good attacks here on top from Christian. And that'll be it for the first round. The only problem with that is attacking from the bottom is that Max, not only did he eat a few shots getting there, but unless you actually finish one of those, the judges don't typically view that as that impactful in the fight. They're looking more at damage typically, or something that can lead to more control. If you're on the bottom, it's just difficult unless you do something that actually finishes.
It is hard to give that many points or notes for trying the submissions rather than finishing them. But I think they're looking for action. I think they're trying to see how much action you're doing from on bottom. In that particular case, there was a lot of attempts. There was a lot of control that was moved up. But there were those shots that you mentioned from inside the guard. They do start to mound up because every time you're trying for that submission, you're not really throwing hands. You're not really landing stuff, so it's a little dicey, but, I mean, it's an incredible guard. Just from what I've seen, it's like, I mean, get out if you can, but you're going to find yourself pretty in a Venus flytrap there if you're really not careful.
Yeah, I mean, getting the top lock, really threatening a lot of good submission attempts. He looked pretty good there, but Christian was also able to square him up a lot of times and take away those good angles. and remain on top. So good entry into the legs again from Max. And looking to counter with, he's got a chin strap and an underhook.
Yep.
Now double unders.
Nice knee. That might disrupt the balance. There might be a takedown here, but yeah.
It looked like he pulled guard and then looked for a sweep, and now setting up a triangle choke.
Let's look at this. Is that
He's
arm?
got the head and arm.
Angel.
It looks like the head might slip out.
Yeah.
Yes, and it does. Nicely done from Christian. Good attack from Max, though.
And Christian's staying on him now, John, so he could have the ability to take the back, but what is preventing that?
It looked like there was some hand control there, and Max tried to unravel that, but then ended up on the bottom of mount. So this is definitely not where Max wanted to be. Is he trying to turn this into a head and arm throw? This is typically leaves you very exposed for the arm bar, which I think is what Christian's looking for.
Yeah.
And Max trying to dump him up, but he gets out the back. So nice escape
with
from
no
Max.
problems there, by the way.
Not too bad. Here, a head and arm throw from Christian could actually be nicely done, but Max is doing an excellent job of escaping the head, looking to get onto the back. He's got one hook in. Going to try to throw the other one, but the hips are a little bit off. Yep, Max is going to have to scramble up to the top on this one. Christian taking some deep breaths, get into the cage, see if he can wall walk and get back to his feet. Going for a pinch headlock now on bottom. Couple of strikes. I like this from Max. I'm sure he's going to be down around, so anything he can do here to try to even this out going into round 3.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Good body lock and good job keeping Christian on his back. Very hard to do. And that'll be it for round number 2.
Okay. that did look pretty good there, all considered, though, John. And you know what's weird is, sometimes you find yourself in a weird position, you try to make the most out of it. In this particular case, you got to see a little bit more of the fight on how Max plays. Like, a little bit under duress and just put that little bit of pressure on, that urgency, that was good. And Christian, Christian was showing some good jiu-jitsu there too for a little bit. Like, getting to see him utilize like an almost back attack, and then you were mentioning that kind of like head throw, which honestly, he's not far off from that entire time.
Yeah, I mean, he when Christian was going for it, he was doing it in a more favorable position where if he would have kept the head in there, he could have potentially hit it and ended up on top.
Yeah.
Of course, the head and arm throw ends you in the Kesagatami, the scarf hold, and that always has the threat of giving your back. But if you're really good from that position, it's you can still work it out, or you could potentially switch to a different, like, cross side or something like that.
Absolutely.
Where it's a little more stable, less risky. But didn't happen. Max just snuck his head out of there and went to the back. So that one definitely, I would think you'd have to give to Max. So it should be 1-1 going into this. Oof. Oh, big shot there, too. And
you know, it's weird. Max came in with a solid shot, and Christian followed it up.
Yeah, I mean, Christian, I think realizing, like, he's got to do something maybe after potentially losing that last round. So if he wants to get this, he's got to really put a good effort in. So if it does go to the judges,
he's going to look for that throw.
Yeah, he gets the head and arm. Nice. This is what we're talking about. And there, at least he squared up before he was able to give the back. That's the risk that we were talking about in between during the break.
And you know what's so weird? You subconsciously set it for that 10-finger guillotine. Like, he's had good abilities to attack that head several times, and that's usually how you stop somebody from getting back up that quickly, or you create those little scenarios where you say, no, I need to keep you down if I got you down right there.
Yeah, the 10 fingers is really...
it's tricky.
It's really not very popular right now. Much people are going for that front naked choke.
Yep.
And that can also do the same thing, but the 10-finger can work. It's just you just don't see it as much.
All right, we have a little bit of a timeout in the action. Looks like there might have been a low blow there, John. All right, we're going to give Christian a little bit of time to go ahead and recover here. You can tell by the music slowly queued up. Mike Bell commanding the DJ, hey, man, give us some cover here.
Yeah. Max... also is interesting. I think is Max is fighting out of.
He's a sub fighter.
Yes, which is the Tracy Hess,
yes.
right? And Tracy Hess, I think, got his black belt from Chris Brennan, who I've commentated with before. And if you're like an old school jiu-jitsu guy, like he was like one of the first no-gi American guys that had the Fade to Black DVDs, and they were good. He was like really good with chokes. He was actually one of the pioneers of the 10-finger. Oh, now these guys are just throwing it. Throwing leather, connecting pretty heavy. I've got to say Christian looks sharper on the feet.
Yeah, definitely bringing it in right now. And if you're a Max, you got to be very careful about leaving your face exposed like that because Christian is taking advantage of it. And these angles, these hands being down, this is not the time you want to do that with somebody who's been that precise.
And Max taking some big breaths. Oh, and eats a left from Christian. But this is where Max is strong. Only 10 seconds left to go, though. A takedown. Oh,
Christian really wanted that again. And he's going to look for it. He's going to keep finding it.
This might be the deciding factor, but I don't think either one's going to get it.
Yeah. Intriguing, John. Okay, this is where we say, hey, listen, judges, this is on you guys. It's a very interesting fight for a number of reasons. In that last few seconds, you felt like Christian was putting it on him. You felt like, man, okay, maybe Christian edged it out. You go back to that first round, you go, how do you score that? Okay, you go to the second round. And you were saying there, you were like, maybe you didn't pull away that one, Christian, so maybe Max took that one. Now what happens?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a judge on this one.
Yeah, I mean, the benefit we have is just observing and enjoying what it is that they presented for us as martial artists. The trickiest part is then who comes away with the dub when you have to go to a decision. When both of them had incredible moments, they both were able to exhibit solid parts of their game. And I mean, you know, sometimes you get to show off stuff that you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting to go for head and arm throws 4 times. But if they present themselves, it's in your best interest to try them. I mean, dude, I felt in that third round, we were able to start getting some real looks at what Chris's stand-up looks like. Because just the way he was exposing it, his angles, his aggression, he would start in those other rounds with that, but then it wouldn't be as a big of a barrage. Like there'd be a little more of a break in between. Here in that third round, I was like, yeah, that's pretty precise. Like you can see how the pugilist Jim does an excellent job shaping part of that striking action. And it looks like now we go to Jim Fitzgerald to get our decision in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have our decision. All 3 judges' cage side scored the bout 29-28 in favor of our winner by unanimous decision, the red corner, Christian Viking Franco!
That's right, fight fans. Christian Franco, how you feeling, brother?
Feeling amazing.
Any strategy coming in this fight game?
Fucking stand and bang, sprawl and brawl, know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Who do you train with?
I train with my professor, Rodrigo Cavallo from Maxi Jiu-Jitsu in Agora. And I train with Thor Skanky right here out of Pugilist Gym.
Awesome. Any shout outs to any sponsors, family and friends out there?
Hey, for everyone who came to see me and came to watch me on YouTube or where the fuck, I gotta say I appreciate all you motherfuckers. And guess what? This ain't the begin. This isn't just the end. It's the fucking beginning. My return is imminent, and I made it a fucking statement.
That's right, fight fans. Once again, make some noise for Christian Franco!
Hey, I just want to give a little shout out real quick to all my training partners, new and old, for everybody who fucking helped me get here. And a special shout out to my coworker, Jerome Bermudez. That motherfucker helped me train and get the time to do this shit.
Once again, fight fans, make some noise for Christian Franco!
Do you ever think that you're in the beginning of like a SNL sketch with Thor Skanky doing push-ups in the background?